Welcome back, traders, to today's video on swing trading technical analysis for the NASDAQ 100. So we're going to pick up from where we left off in regards to what we saw last week Monday, some of the stuff we talked about, what actually took place, and what's happening now, right, in terms of where we expect market to go. So with that said, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you turn on the notification, and you drop us a like. So with that said and done, I have everything kind of set up on my charts like how it would normally be if I was taking positions. So this is how everything normally looks once I turn them all on. So I have VWAP running through, and I have the monthly volume profile set up. And then I have the overall volume profile, which gives me the idea as to what's really been going on over a longer period of time. And then I have the volumes at the bottom. And then obviously with market structure, etc., that usually helps me lock in what I need to lock in, what I am looking for a position. So with that said, we're going to get straight into the analysis for today. So we're on the daily right now, and a new monthly volume profile is just opened up right here, so that is doing its thing. But for the most part, we're going to be using the data in this area right here, as well as the data in this area right here, to help us with the new month, what market plans on doing, right? So I'm going to drag this across just to see where this lines up, and I want to line it up with the monthly volume. I want to line this up here with the monthly volume of August, right? And then I'm going to line up the profile over here as a matter of fact, let me make all these one color. Let's make it, since we're doing everything brand new in terms of a new setup, let's, okay. So this is what we have going on right now, right? This is what we have going on right now in terms of everything we can see inside of this August profile, and how it could have helped us navigate the overall market as market did what market was doing. So just as a recap, right, from last week's video, because last week's video was when we identified this FVG in this area right here, right, that was when we figured it out. During the time of that recording, which was on Monday the 25th, okay, price was in this FVG area, right? Price was in this FVG area, but what had happened was price hadn't come into the low volume node in this area. So because I know this is going to disappear, let me put this on there instead. So this is price coming back into the low volume node, right? And as you can see, I've kind of adjusted the price points, so these over here. But in general, we had it kind of tapped in to say, listen, if price closes above 23, whatever it was before I adjusted it, right? So 23, if it came in here and it moved away, we were looking for moves to the upside. So let's jump into the 1 hour and let's see how that would have looked. So it would have looked like this. See, we would have had a push. Obviously, all the candles here are all white, right? But you would have had the push. Then you would have had a bullish candle, not all encompassing, but a bullish candle, right? And then that could have been your signal to jump in, especially if you had the VWAP on, because essentially you could have just tapped in anywhere from within this area right here, anywhere here, and you would have been good to ride it up to the upside, and you would have had 2 solid days of gains. 2 solid days of gains, right? So you got in on the Tuesday. Wednesday would have been great. Thursday would have been great, and then Friday is where everything would have started to collapse. So you would have had, like, I don't know, excluding the day you got in, 2 days of straight gains, right? Okay, so now that we got that side of things covered, let's look at what's happening now. So as it stands, okay, we've got a couple of things happening in this area right now that is of interest, right? So let me just get this stuff here out the way. Let's remove this FEG because that has been violated, and I can't see a new one. I mean, I can. We got it right here, and it's sitting right in between this low volume node area. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'll highlight it for you guys, right? So the low volume node area, this is derived from the month, which is also supported by the larger low volume node. It's sitting right here. Right? So it's between this candle and the gap right in between. So once I get rid of it, you're going to see it, that the low volume node is sitting right in between that. So that is an actual genuine FVG that price is currently entering into now. Okay, so with that said, what is going on in this area is somewhat interesting. Okay, reason being is the type of signal that we'll be looking for, we don't yet have. What do I mean? Well, we have higher lows and lower highs in this area right here, as price is making its as price is obviously in the move of what it's doing, right? So we don't have a confirmation that price wants to go down, and we don't have a confirmation that price wants to go up. What we do have is price dancing in the middle, and it has created this ascending channel. Okay, it's created this ascending channel. Let me go to an hour because I think it's going to be a lot easier to lay out. So yep, just like I thought, it's going to be a lot easier to lay out in this fashion. Let's adjust this. Okay, and let's make this white so it all pops. All right, so we have an ascending channel in this area right here. Okay, that's what we have. And with this could be breaking downwards, right? It could be breaking downwards. So once again, certain levels have now come into view as potential levels of major interest over to us. The main one being the downside of this low volume area, which is 23, 29, 6.8. That is this right here. Okay, if this level is taken out, it is fair to assume that price may be coming down here, or as a bare minimum coming down to this area right here, right, which is going to be the low value area of the month, right, which lines up with low volume nodes in this area also, right? It's a little bit bigger, but this is what we could expect from market in the coming days. We could actually get this move today in terms of opportunities for a sell. We could actually get this move today, believe it or not, right? Because it's already in motion of doing it, but at the same time it could bounce from this location as well. So inside of this trend line that I have just drawn, okay, this whole thing could end up being adjusted if price does bounce from 23.37.7. So if price does that, fair play, it plans on pushing to the upside, and that's what it's gonna do, right? And we just gotta make sure that we're in position to get that should it decide that that is what it wants to do. So I had a recording of this video looking at this on the 1 hour, right? Everything is pointed downwards, right? At the same time, like I always say, you have to prepare yourself for market to turn itself around. You have to always be prepared to turn yourself around should you need to, should market move in the opposite direction. So one of the tools that we'll use to help us is we're going to use the swing high of today, right? So the swing high of today, Monday, the 1st of September, is 23,507.3. If this level is taken out when price bounces in this direction, should price bounce in that direction, we're looking for longs, right? Worst case scenario, price wants to make his way up to 24, right? If price closes under this low volume node area, which is 23,296.8, then I'm assuming price plans to come down to around this zone right here, which is the zone I'm just going to call it 22. So 22k, actually no, 22k is large, so let's just say 22,700. It's going to come to 22,700, right? 22,700 is somewhere in this zone anyways, right? So it's going to come to 22,700. That's what I'll be thinking, that's what I would be looking for, okay? Especially if we get the close underneath this level right here, right? So with that said and done, okay, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave the video right here, and if you found the content useful, just hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like, and I will see you all on the next one.